Strolling up. It's myself. Plead the fifth. The O edition. And let's see, we got 3 questions that come from the room. 3 questions that come from the phone lines. 888-429-0941. Open Book Mondays. Plead the fifth. 1 pass, though, so we get to keep 1 chapter closed. All right, you're first.
Starts with me.
Starts with Don.
Okay. Oh, this it won't be too bad for you. I want to know now.
I hate when I get to like the headline.
Yeah.
Ooh, this one's gonna sting. This one ain't gonna be too bad for you.
Yeah. No. So you are on this weight loss journey. I want to know what so far has been the hardest part, and what are you looking forward to the most?
I mean, I don't know. The hardest part, I guess, probably has been like pizza. Because it's just easy.
Yeah, it is.
It's like it's always around. People always, you go to, a spot for day drinking, they ordering pizza. Like pizza is just easy. And it's like that's nothing that you can do on a pizza for that my kind of like eating plan. You know what I'm saying? So I like left the party and went home and nuked the meal and was like, this sucks. Like, so I mean, it officially sucked. So I mean, but it ain't. Yeah, that's the hard. And what are you looking
forward to?
I'm looking forward to.
Ooh, yeah. Like, what's your meal? Your cheat meal?
I mean, I don't know. Like I told y'all, like Portillo's. I'm looking forward to that.
I
watched a couple. What?
I wasn't necessarily talking about what food you're looking forward to the most. Like something that you like, an achievement, or like maybe fitting into something, or maybe doing something that you
goal?
Say ziplining.
Yeah,
like bungee jumping.
Bruh, let me tell you.
Let's go, man.
I don't care what size I am. Some of that stuff ain't happening, dog. I'm still black. Dog. A lot of black people don't do that stuff.
Okay.
I'm not going hiking. Not going to Kilimanjaro. Not doing none of that. Nah, I'm still brother. But I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't really have any I mean, honestly, it's just trying it because it's the one thing that I haven't been able to do. And so I was like, I'm going to take this aspect of it because it's like working out. I try to do that. But when you run out of time and you got to stay at work, guess what? Working out goes by the wayside, at least for me, not for other people who can choose not to work and work out, that heavy. So I mean, I'm just trying to rock it and see what I can get. But I ain't trying to like go skydiving or nothing like that. You get thin and then die. Right?
Yeah, great.
Nah, player. Nah, that's all. All right, let's see. What's yours?
Okay, I'm up next. Who do you think would keep one of your deepest, darkest secrets best out of everybody in the room? Who would you pick, and who would you never trust, and why?
Oh, man. Who would I pick to keep my deepest, darkest secret?
If you had to tell.
Out of these people in the room.
Yeah, you looking at us. That's all you get.
If I had, probably Davi, because Davi's don't snitch thing.
Yeah.
Like, Davi's got it to the code. It's like, Meredith, you're a couple wines away from telling it all.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, for real. You're a couple wines from just letting it all. You like, yo, you want to know who shot Kennedy? Yo! You'll give it up. Mark probably will tell, too. And I think, I want to say even with Buck, he would tell, but not remember he told.
Oh.
Because he kind of like very shaggy, Scooby-Doo. Zoinks, I think I told. Like, he ain't going to remember.
The mystery machine
He
with
gonna
the smoke.
tell. He gonna tell. All right, but Davi, I think, would keep it secret.
Okay.
What was the other part of it?
And who would you never tell, and why?
Yeah, those other 3.
Oh, you would never tell me a secret at all?
If I pick him as the one, I can't. I ain't.
Okay, between
Don't
Mark and
lump
I.
me
Why
in.
y'all gotta have a competition?
Oh, we're doing it. Who would be? Who? Come on.
Bro, how is this even a
Orlando.
competition at this
Come
point?
on now.
Are you serious?
I'm your girl.
I mean,
You have gossip gangsta right
What are you
here.
talking about? I don't tell you guys
Not
anything.
even, nah.
if you're keeping it on the hush, it probably
He was about to say you. He was so close to saying Mark.
Keeping it on the hush, I would keep it on the hush. I'll probably go with Mark.
Thank you.
It's always the bro code
I would-
all
yeah.
the time.
Bro code goes a long way.
Because girls say they ain't gonna tell nobody, and then they tell their best friend.
For sure.
Like, I ain't gonna tell nobody, but I'll tell you. It's like, nah.
Fine.
I'm sure you tell Victoria
no, that's cool.
or somebody
no,
like that.
Great. No, don't worry about it. No,
Guess what
that's
Orlando did, girl? He robbed the bank. Don't tell nobody. All right, and Mark, you're next.
My question for you is, obviously we're in radio. This is our careers. But if Davi, Meredith, and I weren't in radio, what jobs would you see us doing and why?
Let's see. For Mark, if I could pick it, or I could see you doing that if you weren't doing this.
Yeah, like what do you
I
think we
you
would be doing?
Oh, okay. I think you would probably be.
He's gonna say a used car salesman.
No, I mean, I think you. I mean, like for a job, you'd probably be like a carpenter or like a handyman.
All right.
I'll take
Like I
that.
can see you like fixing stuff and
Yeah.
like like coming to somebody's house giving estimates.
Yeah.
You with a clipboard, the pistol behind your ear, like you know what I'm saying? You gotta change this whole girder. We can rip it out, but I gotta tell you, it's gonna take about a 6-week job. That's you. I
right.
see you as being that.
I like that.
Meredith, I could see Meredith if she wasn't here. I could see Meredith as a flight attendant.
Okay.
I definitely could.
I tried out to be a flight attendant.
Did you?
I did. I applied. Mm-hmm.
They want
That's
you.
a good pick.
They ain't want you.
I was too tall at the time. At the time that I applied.
Some damn heels. You can't be doing that in them hooky heels.
This was back when I was in college. Yeah.
They say,
Yeah.
I could have seen you doing that. They say. Davi, if he wasn't here, and I don't want to say strip club DJ because I know that.
Now, come to the stage.
Cage.
We
I
have
know
Meredith.
that. If Davi wasn't here and I could see him doing something, I could see Davi as a baseball coach.
Yeah. Motivating the
For
youth.
elementary school?
Yeah, like
got
little
hustle.
shorties, little shorties.
Keep your butt
Little
down and your
shorties.
head up.
Yeah,
Son,
yeah, I can see Davi.
how we
doing
practice.
that. Yeah. How we play is how we practice. Yeah, I can see Davi being one of them baseball coaches. All right, so we got them 3 knocked out. We got 3 coming from the audience. 888-429-0941. Plead the fifth. We'll do that next. 1 pass still left. Hold on.
This is a good question out of the 813. It says, Orlando, have you ever been accused of something serious from somebody that you had to prove your innocence or prove that you didn't do it? That's Christy from Tampa.
Have I ever been accused of
Something serious from somebody and you had to prove your innocence.
I mean, like relationship stuff, like did you do this or whatever. I mean, I told y'all a couple plead the fifths ago where I was like, where I lied about where I was or whatever, but because I had lied, and I was I was married at the time, and I just went to kick it, but because I wasn't truthful in why and where I was going, it spiraled into like, you did this and you was doing this. And I was like, whoa, like I just went to kick it. I didn't,
Nothing
I wasn't,
crazy.
and so I had to get people on the phone and like put people together, like, yo, have a conversation. Like, yo, I'm still that dude. I just, didn't come straight home. So that was like a big thing.
Okay.
That was like, it was heated. But the story got really big. I was like, yo, man, no, that ain't it. All right, let's see. All right, so what we got next?
I have one. It says, Orlando, tell me some tea about 90 Day Fiancé. I see your family on it all the time. How does the filming go? Have there been any issues that have come up now that they're on reality TV?
Oh.
Who are you laughing about?
Cause I could use a pass right here.
Oh.
Like I really, cause I got another one coming.
Yeah, you do. Oh, I want to know.
I mean, because I don't have tea.
Oh.
I don't.
You ain't got nothing?
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it because I don't like the show.
Okay.
I just, it's. Oh well, what I will say, because I ain't gonna waste my plea, because I don't know what this next question is gonna be. like
We had him,
right?
right?
I mean, listen. The show. I think reality TV shows can be done well, but I think for the majority of them, it's done kind of whack. And the fact that it's. I'm watching what is, like everybody's getting a moment in the sun to be on TV. That's cool. Everybody wants to be on TV, but
Yeah.
The cost of it is just like a lot of people are playing themselves, like to be on TV, And I'm like, yo, like it's just fake. It's like like I'll see people sit down and say, you know what you should say, and I'm like, yo, really? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So that's why I was like, yo, like, I mean, I wasn't asked to be in it because I'm like, they knew I wasn't really checking for it. And I try and keep my kids out of it, but because they shoot in so many different kind of spaces, my kids might end up in a shot or whatever, and it's really hard to control that unless you want to try and go legal and stuff like that, and I ain't going to do that. Because ultimately their mom is looking out for them too, but she don't see it as egregious as I do. So, because the people who are on that show, like I was on the wedding episode, and like some people came for me. They was like, "Who is that dude? Looks like he's about to die," and all this other stuff. Like they hated me, and so I'm like, that's cool because I'm used to dealing with it here. But my kids, what about somebody say something about my kids?
Yeah.
Now I'm like, yo, like I'm shook. So that's why I didn't really want them in it. But for whoever it's working out for, that is, have a ball. But I don't really want them rocking with it. That's
All right.
That's
Okay.
all. So, all right, we got that's 2 now, and I still got my pass.
Yeah.
All right, okay. All right, what else you got?
We have one. We have one out the 941. It says Q for O. I too recently have returned with my ex. What is the hardest thing to get used to now that you guys are back together? Are you guys remarried or just living together? By the way, the similarities of our lives are hilarious.
All right, you overweight with bad credit too. Happens to us all. Well, I mean, no, I didn't get remarried, but we did put the band back together, and that's what I just used because it just makes more sense. That was pretty much, you know, the whole part of doing that. And I'm not an expert, but it's like, you know, if you're out there and you realize that you're meeting people and none of them people are meeting your kids and none, you know, or whatever, and you just like, yo, like you're just gonna stay blocked off from the world, and then you start communicating back with the ex, and it's not just like people go back to the ex for like sex or comfort or whatever. But it's more so like looking at the family unit and being like, yo, nobody's going to hold that place down better than that person. Mm-hmm. Nobody's going to hold his place down better than that. And who's going to care more about these kids than me? And then who's going to care about me and my being and, you know, with them? And who's better than this unit? Mm-hmm. You know, who bigger than us? So that was the main point.
And what was the hardest thing to get used to?
I mean, the hardest thing, honestly, is still the hardest thing to me because marriage wasn't what I thought it was going to be. Like, I thought, listen, like, you know, you tell, like, the person you married to, listen, no, don't do it. And they're like, don't do it. I'm like, yo, what you mean you still doing it? Like, wait, I saw my daddy tell my mama not to do stuff and then she didn't do it. What happened? So, I mean, the hard part is still, because now you don't even have that we're married, you know, like you're my husband, you need to, now it's more that's the harder part, but it's also the easier part because you know a person's there because they want to be as opposed to they have to be. Because you look at a marriage license and you married, you're like, you got to be here. Even if you ain't happy, you got to be here. Mm-hmm. You know, but if you're not and you're together, then you're there because, you know, that commitment is there. So they can't really question that.
Nice.
You know? So is it time for me to boomerang one?
Yeah, you've answered all 3.
I did.
I mean, you don't have to boomerang.
I do have to.
We're good.
I'm going to ask you, what was the biggest thing that you got caught doing that you had to explain yourself out of?
But that you didn't do.
I mean, that's what the question was. The question was, what was the question that you gave? What was they said, what was the biggest thing that I had to explain or I was accused of?
Oh, man.
Now, I didn't say you did it, but that you were accused of and had to explain.
I've been accused of a lot of things.
There you go. The biggest one, though.
Yeah.
The biggest is only one. Turn it around. Flip it around.
I know. I'm trying to give you the biggest one.
Guys.
I've been accused by a lot of stuff by my mom growing up. And I was like, I didn't do it, Mom. I swear. It was definitely my friend.
What was the biggest one?
Okay, like with my ex, he started going through my phone, and then he went through my phone records because he thought I was cheating on him and like talking to my ex and all that stuff. And he kept accusing me. And I didn't know he was doing this. Like when I went to the shower, he would hack into my phone and all that stuff. And ultimately, that's the reason why we broke up. And he did this for months and months and months and months and months.
So what was you doing?
I wasn't doing anything,
okay.
But I was so accused like every day. It messed up our whole relationship because he was so insecure.
Okay. All right.
It sucked.
Mark, Davi.
You want to go?
Mine was hooking up with somebody that I didn't, and I swear I didn't do it. And I swear I didn't do it.
We're all like, we don't believe
Everybody's
you.
looking at you like,
yeah. It was.
what was wrong with him?
It was this dude. I wouldn't call him a friend, but it was an acquaintance's girl. But I
Oh.
swear I didn't do it, and I didn't. I really didn't do it. And
Did she say she's?
Well, no, she was like, we didn't do it, but he just had some weird thing in his mind
okay.
that I couldn't help him with that, man.
Wow.
Wow.
Still heat.
No,
Yeah.
no, they're not together anymore, and
So
Not
now,
good.
did you hook up after?
I never touched a girl.
I
did.
Everybody was thinking it.
I know you all
Everybody
were.
was thinking it. All right, okay, all right, and Mark.
Man, I was gonna say, yeah, there's a story like that, and I lost a friend back in Chicago over the same situation, but I didn't do it. But then I could go back to when I was younger. Basically, some kid got beat up, and I happened to be there with my friends who actually beat the kid up, and he had to go to the hospital. But my parents accused me of being like involved with it, but I didn't punch the kid. I didn't do any of it.
But you didn't tell.
Right. I was quiet about it.
You were an
and so
accomplice.
that's why they assumed I was involved all the way. And I ended up getting grounded for like a month, 30 days.
I think you could still go to jail for that.
Yeah.
If they had prosecuted them people and you was with them, I think about a
Yeah,
number.
the kid got beat up really bad.
That's like the Central Park 5.
It was
They'd have
bad.
done you up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd
But
have
it's
to go
been
down with
years.
that.
Wasn't there? What's the stipulation?
We don't know. It's a different state.
Yeah, you talking about the statute of limitations?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you going to jail. All right, plead the fifth. That's a
Good
wrap.
job.
That's a wrap. We're
Yeah.
done. All right.